At some point, Aditi can come up on the stage. Youths, do you see everyone here? Is there anyone missing, you think? Who's missing? I want the names so I can tell them so they can come running here. Srinath is needed here then. Atmika is here. Mayuka is here? Okay. So do we need to take a roll call? Because you can tell me who's missing so I can just call their names, they can come there. No. Let's just see only who's missing here. Swaminiji is already here with us, waiting. Oh, very nice. How about my teens? Are you all here? I can see Trisha, I can see Pragya, Krishna, Mihir, Anirudh. Okay. Albany group is also here, girls are here. And then Nehal is here. Surabhi is here. Wow, good. My teens are also almost here, everybody. Ankita and Radha, I meant. So you both are here. Good. Then how about group 1? If your group is here, several parents are already here, so we can get started. What do you think? Is your group here? Hey, group 1, are you missing anybody here? Wow, you're the full group here. That's very good. Are your parents all here? Check on, see if your parents are all here quickly. Okay, yes and no. So some parents are missing. How can we start without you for your children coming and encouraging them, right? So we are it's now 7:25. Group 1, your parents are all here? Group 2, your parents are all here? Okay. Okay, yes. We need John Javi's parents here. Okay, who else? Group youths, teenagers, your parents are all here? Most of them? Okay. I see that. Okay, Shavara is here. Okay, sorry Swaminiji, I just want the parents, most of them are here just. Okay, I think if you start now, rain or shine, so we'll be able to finish on time. So let's get started with blessings of Ganesha and with my youngest teacher here coming up and taking over our group and always sharing her experience with us in and through the presentation. How about that? Thank you. Well, let's welcome Aditi Jaspara here up on the stage. Thank you. Yeah, I'll help you stand in front of the mic. Aditi can hold this mic. So you don't have to worry about, you can take some pictures and video. There's a YouTube link we'll send to all the parents if you communicate to me or someone, and you can share it with your friends. This is an unlisted link, so you can, only the person who you share with, they can only watch this. So it's not public. Thank you. Okay. So the mics have to be well used. So I want everybody not to be afraid of the mic, come close to the mic. This is one mic. And then we have the other mic. Yeah, that's it. I like that. Come that close, yes. And then yes, maybe you can come on this. Oh, you want to stand there? Then you have the mic. You have the mic. That's good. That's good.
Oh, okay. Then right here. Come stand here.
Use this on the other side.
What? I'm using this? Okay. We're all using this.
Wait until I switch on the mic. This mic is very sensitive. Only if you speak here, it picks up. Wait for your teacher. All of
The bike is.
It's hello.
Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Welcome to Swamiji's family and friends. Let me be the first to welcome you all to group number 1, students aged from 6 to 9. We have spent the past couple of days studying yoga, chanting, and values, and we're going to start off with presenting what we have learned in chanting. We learned 2 shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita. Do you guys remember what chapter we learned it from?
15.
And does anyone remember what the name of the 15th chapter is? Purushottama Yoga. Nice job, guys. So on a count of 3, we're going to start chanting. 1, 2, 3.
Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Pranina Dehamashitaha Pranapana Samayuktaha Pachanyannam Chaturvidam Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivishtaha Matasmriti Jnanamapohanancha Vedaisya Sarvairahameva Vedya Vedanta Krit Veda Videha Chaham.
The first verse means having become the digestive fire, obtaining in the bodies of living beings, endowed with prana and apana. I digest the fourfold food.
The second verse means, I am seated in the hearts of all living beings, and from me come memory, knowledge, as well as forgetfulness.
And in our values class, we took the meaning of these verses, talked about how Ishvara exists in the digestive fire in all of our stomachs, and therefore also must exist in the food that we eat. We talked about being mindful when we're eating and to show respect to our food, right guys? So you guys will now be mindful whenever you're eating your food? Yes.
While Aditi's, you stay here, Aditi, for a second. Aditi's group was very good, very cute. So nice. Now we know why we chant the 15th chapter, right? For before Bhojan, because of this particular shloka there also. So Aditi, can you share your experience? You being coming up like this, we putting you on a spot and asking you to perform and all that. Can you share some of your experience as a kid coming here for that?
I have been coming here since I was about 5 years old, and it has been quite a long time. And it's been a blessing to be able to experience these camps and retreats from the other side, to be able to teach what I've learned and share exactly why I was so excited to come back every break that I had. Dhanyavada.
So before the group 2 can come up, Samyaji, I'll give you the mic after you're here. So first of all, our pranams to Swamiji, who's here with us, and Swamiji, of course. Our Param Swamiji, Puja Swamiji is going to be here in a few minutes. And thank you for gracing this occasion, coming here for us. Swamiji, I'm waiting for your group and you to come up. Swamiji is here. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We have 3 mics. You can also do one mic after you speak. Or you can stand somewhere. You can share the mic. Come closer. Now you're the mic. I'm trying to come closer. Come closer. Crowd around the mic. Nicely. Crowd around the mic. That's your mic. You can crowd. Oh, you have a mic.
Yeah. Okay.
Namaste Swamiji, Namaste Swamiji. Largest group, we have around 19 kids and ages from 10 to 12. We learned a few Subhashitams and we learned values of regarding friendship. So they are going to say the Subhashitam and they are going to do a small skit, a play on friendship.
हस्तस्य भूषणं दानं सत्यं कण्ठस्य भूषणं दोषस्य भूषणं शास्त्रं भूषणे किं प्रयोजनम्.
The translation is the ornament for the hands is giving donation.
The ornament for the neck is telling the truth.
The ornament for the ear is listening to the Shastra.
What other ornaments could you need?
अन्नदानं परं दानं विद्यादानमतः परम् अन्नेन क्षणिका तृप्तिः यावज्जीवनं च विद्यया. The meaning of that means that Anadanam, food, is good, but Vijidanam is better, because with Vijidanam you can know how to get the food, but for Anadanam you're going to have to get food every single time. An example of this is...
Okay, so one example for this is, if you give a needy man a tomato, say, then he'll be happy with the tomato, but then after a while, what happens? He gets hungry and he's not happy anymore. You'll have to provide him tomatoes for the rest of his life to keep him happy. But if you give him the knowledge of how to farm, nourish, and grow the tomatoes, then he will know what to do, and then he'll have an unlimited supply of tomatoes to keep him happy. Ayam nijam karo vedhi ganamalu tetasam udara charitanandu vasudaiva kutumbakam.
The meaning of this prayer is that you should not be narrow-minded and self-centered, and that the whole world is one family. Also, what you do for yourself, you should also do for others.
One example of this is if you want to plant a tree, don't plant it for only yourself. You should plant it for others to see its beauty as well. And another example is if you're cold outside or something and you light a fire, you should not only keep it for yourself and let others warm by it.
Shubham karoti kalyanam arogyam dana sampadam shatru buddhi vinashaya dina jyotir namostute.
So it means happiness, and it brings blessings and like good wealth, and it eliminates all the bad things.
When you light the candle, you should bow down. When you light the lamp, you should bow down.
they'll do a small skit on friendship. Get it.
So who is going to speak first? Use this mic.
No, I'm here. You go that way.
So that way, say we Arav. Rohit is going to be on one side, right? Rohit? Play is always a little tricky, so that's why, I don't have plays in my mind. But it's very nice that they have come up with themselves, so it should be. I enjoyed watching it, so. One mic for the narrator, very important. Jahnavi, here's your mic. She asked for the mic and she's gone away. Because she's organizing other things also. Come, here. Stand in front of the camera. You don't have to go too far. I'll let you move all the stand. You move the stand away from me. And give me the other mic. Both on that. Thanks so much. This is Shreyan and Akshat, they're helping us. There's one more mic. I'll give it to the teacher, and she can handle this. Soumya ji, have this mic, extra mic. Don't, it's already on. Careful. What do you say?
This Memorial Day weekend, in our values class, we learned about friendship. Friendship is an important part of life because that's how we have a social life and friends. We made a small skit about the different values in the value of friendship, such as trustworthiness and non-jealousy.
Oh, there you are. I've been searching for you everywhere. I mean, everywhere.
For why?
Well, I have to tell you a secret. I can trust you, right?
Yeah. Can you please go?
Yeah. Okay, so remember that time in kindergarten when the principal's office got locked and nobody knew why?
Yeah.
Well, it accidentally might have been me.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
You have to pinky promise you can't tell anyone, because this is a very serious secret.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye. Did you know that Arav locked the principal in the principal's office in kindergarten?
That's insane. Did you know that Arav's mom locked the principal in her own office? Don't tell anybody.
Did you know that Arav's grandma locked the principal's mom in the principal's office with a rat carrying rabies?
Oh my God! Did you know that Arav locked the principal in the principal's office with a bunch of snakes like anacondas and pythons?
What?
Did you know that the principal locked Arav in the principal's office with a tank of piranhas?
Oh my God!
Did you know that Arav locked the principal in the principal's office with insanely fat hippos?
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Did you know that a cow locked Arav in the principal's office on Mars with an insanely amount of venomous bats chasing him?
Did you know that Arav locked the principal in his own office with a bunch of spiders and kept him there overnight?
Oh my God.
This is how, when rumors spread, they just keep getting bigger and bigger. This is why we need to have very trustworthy friends. Oh my God.
Did you know Arav locked himself in the principal's office because he let out 100 rats with rabies?
No way.
Arav, guess what? Did you know that Arav locked the principal in the principal's office and stole his diamond ring and ran out of the window? I saw myself.
How the heck do I not know about this? Wait, I am Arav! You betrayed me! You pinky promised! How could you?
Whatever! Pinky promises are so 2019!
They are not!
Stay there. Go back.
Pinky promises are not 2019. No.
Arav, this is why we need to have very trustworthy friends. If we do not trust our friends, you cannot tell them a secret. But if you would like your friend back, you must forgive him.
Who the heck just said that? Well, whoever did, that is good advice.
A few days later.
Look, I'm sorry about what happened a couple days ago.
Oh, so now you say I'm sorry. Fine, go on.
So I didn't know how much the story would spread and get that big.
Yeah, well, you should have known. Some people were saying that I was trapped in the hallway with 1,000 rats.
Sorry.
Fine, I forgive you, but do not do this again.
Okay, I promise.
Do you promise?
Yes.
No. Do you pinky promise?
Sure.
And they're not 2019.
This play demonstrates the values of trust and forgiveness. When we were discussing the importance of friendship, the values better judgment, understanding, and not being jealous were also emphasized. Understanding the cause of one's actions is important in all relationships. Jealousy only breaks friendships and does no good. In any situation, forming a better judgment saves a lot of drama among us. This concludes our play. Now, speaking of better judgment and trust, here come Mayuka, Vivikta, and Alicia with a story to explain. I messed that up big time.
Two friends named Rajesh and Meenakshi went on vacation. Meenakshi had mental problems and needed help remembering things. At the end of their trip, they went to the souvenir shop and then they realized that Meenakshi had forgot her wallet.
Rajesh offered to buy something for Meenakshi, but only if she paid him back. But he kept asking Meenakshi on and on for his money. He wouldn't stop. This made Meenakshi feel anxious and guilty. She also felt like Rajesh was losing trust in her. This made her lose trust in Rajesh. Rajesh is an example of being a very bad friend.
In order to be a good friend, Rajesh should have gave Meenakshi better judgment. He also should have put more trust in Meenakshi. Trust and better judgment are like two important keys that lead to the door of friendship. Without one value or the other, friendship would be hard to form and sustain.
Rajesh and Meenakshi's story just includes two examples of values.
There are also a lot more values to learn here at Asha Vidya.
If you follow the values of friendship, you'll always be happy.
Values are very important in life.
So the skit that was done, I was only talking about the values and exploring what they feel and was talking through a discussion. I asked him to come up with examples which we can present on the stage, and the skit was completely done by Jahnavi. She came up with the skit, narration, and she gave the roles, and very proud of you.
We have to go on stage.
Thank you so much. Very well done. And yeah, I know. When I was there, everyone was involved in the play. Rohit and Arav, of course, you saw the hero of the play. And Soumya ji had a good, tough, I won't say tough time, but then she had a very good performance. Can you keep the mics there? This is the best group, They're on that's growing up. At this point, I would like Eva to come up and say a few words about the yoga sessions she did today. Yesterday I was giving the yoga session, but today she gave 3 yoga sessions for the 3 groups. So, and after she's finished, I'll ask the teens to come up for their performance. Thank you, Soumya ji, so much.
Namaste, Swamijis, and all the parents. The focus of today's teaching in the 3 classes, short time we had, but we focused on balance. And we just discussed the importance of balance, just being aware of your body awareness and where you are, how you move in space, injury prevention, coordination, and I've asked all the students to please stand on one leg for 20 seconds or 30 seconds every day, and to also get their parents to join them. So that was it. That took the 3 classes, and the students were very good. And we always have to work on our balance. It's an ongoing practice to do every day. So thank you.
Eva very enthusiastically comes to help us to our camps in New York. She tries her best to finish all her work and be here right on time, just in time. But this time, she was late by a day, but it was nice to have her back here. Now let's have our teens come up here. This is my group. I trained this group. So we have the same sequence. They'll first present their shlokas, and then the meaning, followed by their values presentation. And as you can see, most of the presentations, they don't have any paper in their hand. So that was Swamiji's guidance. So when we had people reading from the paper, Swamiji said, that's good, but then I don't know if you wrote and gave it to them, or they're reading from themselves. So I said, no, we should try to avoid having any piece of device for helping. So the mics are here, one is with me. You are standing the farthest from the mic streams. Come closer. All right. Okay, here we may need to adjust the mic. Shreyan, and can you raise the mic height so it reaches them, like I'm going to do right now here?
साहसंवीर्यं बुद्धिशक्ति पराक्रमः सतेते यत्र वर्तन्ते तत्र देवं प्रसीदति.
Hello? Okay. The meaning of the sloka is the effort
effort, and then we have sahas.
The enthusiasm, the bravery, the intelligence, the strength, and the determination to win. Where these 6 qualities are is where luck will follow and the gods will give their blessings.
Pīliko yāti yojanānaṁ shatānyapī agacchān vairateyopi padamekam na gacchati.
So basically, like, this slogan is about an ant that could move that could go like miles and yards just by moving. But like even like a bird, it can't go that far unless it moves.
So what are we talking about here?
Like Garuda.
Thank you. So are you all ready for the next session? Or did you all get them through the shloka? You can do one more time if you want. Okay. So here we have the presentation for the values, and it's going to be introduced by Krishna, and then everyone is going to follow. Are we all in the right sequence here? Okay, thank you. For this, you can have the mic in the hand, so and you can keep passing the mic like this mic Krishna can have. And yeah, one of the mics.
The value we've been learning in class for the past few days is called Arati Janasamsadi. Rati means craving, love, or attention. So adding a to that word makes it Arati, which means not craving love or attention. Jana means people, and Samsadi means a group or assembly. So in total, Arati Janasamsadi means not craving love or attention and not craving always being surrounded by people.
Arati Jana Samsadi has a companion value that comes with it, which is Vivikta Desha Sevitva, which means liking to be in quiet places, and this can be very helpful in your search for self-knowledge.
This value is not fully about being an introvert or an extrovert. It's more like being in between and being okay with being with people and being okay with not being with people.
Another description of this value is the word freedom, because you don't crave being around people, so therefore you don't depend on being around anything or anyone for your own happiness. And we established in class that the word independence, although it's similar to the word freedom, it implies pushing others away, sort of, and having believing that you don't need anyone else, and kind of like an arrogance, and that's what this value is not.
So kind of going off of what Radha said about not being too much of an extrovert, not being too much of an introvert, kind of being like an ambivert. So this value is all about not being any one of the extremes, but being like nicely in the middle. So you don't want to be one extreme of Arati Jana Samsadi where you are so reclusive, you never talk to anybody else, you're just always by yourself. But you don't want to be the other extreme, which is like always having to have people around you, not being able to enjoy yourself. And a kind of real-world example that shows how you should be nicely in the middle for Arati Jana Samsadi is if we look at Afghanistan and the people in Afghanistan, they need to be nicely in the middle because, for example, if, let's say, the women there, if we didn't know what was going on in Afghanistan, the rest of the world wouldn't be able to kind of know how to help them or know what really is going on under the rule of the Taliban. So that's why, like, for example, the women there, with everything that's going on and how they're so suppressed, they need to be able to spread the word about what is going on, but they can't call too much attention to themselves. They can't bring so many people around themselves and tell it to everybody for their own safety. So sometimes you really have to kind of switch depending on which situation you're in, like which side you want to kind of go to.
So like an example of Arati Jana Samsadi is like Batman, right?
like he or she, it keeps their identity a secret because they don't want the attention and they want to do good things secretly. So it's like a good example of Arati Jana Samsadi.
The reason that Arati Jana Samsadi leans towards not craving people's attention as opposed to, say, enjoying people's presence is because it's equated to modern society. Social media especially drives people to crave attention, to crave people, and to crave company. For example, a person scrolling on social media would see a mutual friend going to a restaurant. This restaurant has a group of people, they're all having fun, they're enjoying themselves. A person who does not value the value of Arati Jana Samsadi would go out to seek their own group of friends, even though they may be valuing quantity of friends over quality, because they require that attention. This leads to you becoming a prisoner in your own mind, and a mind that's looking to escape all the time, that's seeking a dopamine response, and that comes of courting company. Arati Jana Samsadi fosters a mind that is undisturbed and is fresh. It leads to ultimate focus in your own solitude.
One situation that we were thinking about in class is, what if someone is always on social media and always wanting to court the attention of others on specifically social media, but then in the real world they are specifically trying to avoid people and not talk to them as much. And I personally think that it's based off of how much time they spend on each one. So for example, if they spend more time on social media, then that could be, then in the real world, then that could be an example of Rati Jana Samsadi. Whereas if they spend more time in the real world than on social media, that could be an example of Arati Jana Samsadi.
When Suryaji first explained this value to us, I was a little skeptical. I didn't really understand it. But the more we discussed it, the more we understood. And I think this concludes our values.
Thank you so much. We can all give them all a big round of applause. Group 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much. And I can see in the clock, it's 8 o'clock exactly right now, 8 o'clock. So it's time for Swamiji Satsang. Before we conclude, I just want to give the announcement that the youths here, Swamiji, can they have prasad now from you, Swamiji? Okay. They'll all come to get Swamiji's prasad. So it can start with Isha. You can go to Pranam Swamiji and we'll give prasad from Swamiji just a second. And Swamiji, can we take a picture also with you when Swamiji comes up? Yes, yes. That will also be good for the picture. If Swamiji can come here, yeah. Because we cannot... So while they are... So you shall start. And everybody else can go up on the stage and come that way, yeah. And then you all stay here, don't go too far because we need a picture. All of you stay here. Isha, be here. We'll take a picture and then you can go. And also listen to my announcements. Good, well said. So they are going, some of the parents are going to get ready the ice cream for the children, and that's going to be your next event. It's not even it's an enjoyment actually. And so don't go yet, wait for the picture with Swamiji, and then you can disperse so the satsang can happen here. All of you stay around the same area, this area. Wait for the picture. And we have some announcements. All classes are on tomorrow. Group 1, Group 2, they're not able to hear me, but our parents are here. Remember, all the classes are as is for tomorrow, until you all go for the Guru Dakshina and do your respects to Swamiji. Then you can go with the children. But otherwise, all the programs are on for all the 3 groups.